about to get very personal on the internet. Enjoy! Hello beautiful humans, I'm Taylor Brynn, a teenager passionate about veganism and sustainability. I almost forgot what I was passionate about there while I was saying that. Today I'm going to be giving you my review on the Lunette menstrual cup. I'm also trying out a new editing style today, so if you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you don't, give it a thumbs down because I'd really like to know. So first I wanted to run through just a couple of the reasons why I chose to switch to a menstrual cup. If you haven't been in the zero waste to low waste sustainability movement at all, it's a big thing for like a zero waste and low waste period product for those of you who have periods, because you can use the same one menstrual cup for 10 years. It's more expensive short term, but cheaper long term, and I'll tell you what I mean. One menstrual cup will last you 10 years, and they cost around maybe $40 to $50, which is kind of, it's a lot of money. That's an investment. $40 to $50 for the one menstrual cup, but it lasts you 10 years, and in that 10 years, while you would be spending $40 to $50 just on that, a person who uses tampons would spend around $466 just on tampons for their period. So in the long run, it is so much cheaper, but I see like not everybody can just fork out $50. So if you can't do that, that's okay. There's also other options which I'll mention at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Yeah, that's two of the biggest reasons that I chose menstrual cup, was for sustainability and because it just seems a lot cheaper for me in the long run. I am still in high school. I used tampons and they worked, I guess, a little bit. I mean, they didn't work the best for me. I used super tampons, which is one of the bigger sizes, and it would only last me about 2 hours at the most. Yeah, it was very stressful because I just felt like I had to like change like every single class period. It was just a mess. I was nervous to try the menstrual cup because I was wondering, well, is it gonna work? I mean, close to a tampon, will I at least get 2 hours? Will I just completely bleed out? What's gonna happen? But my biggest concerns was I really wanted it to last longer than my tampon routine life did, and I wanted to not leak everywhere. That's just my biggest thing because tampons were kind of a lot for me. So for those of you who have not seen a menstrual cup and don't know what it looks like, here it is. This is mine. It is a Lunette menstrual cup. It's purple. The brand that I have, it has like a lot of different colors, but I chose the purple one because I don't know, I just felt, I like it. It's purple. As in most review videos, you usually see pros and cons. So here we are. I'm going to give you the pros and the cons. I'm going to start with pros first. First pro, it's low waste, it's reusable, and the brand that I have, which Lunette is the Lunette brand, you can actually, after 10 years and its life is done, you can burn it. So I'm really excited to just like burn it away and take all my vengeance for my period, all the pain and grief that it's caused me, and just burn it. Anyway, like I said in the beginning of this video, another pro is that it is cheaper in the long run, meaning the cost of a single menstrual cup will last you longer than the cost of like one box of tampons. It's just so much more cost effective in the long run. The next pro for me personally, I don't know if this will work for every single person out there because everybody has a different body and different needs, but for me it actually did last longer than a tampon, which I was really excited for because again, I could only wear a tampon for like 2 hours and then it was no bueno. However, this one lasts literally like the whole day. Like I can get through a whole school day Maybe on a heavy day I'll change it like at lunch, midday, but it can last me all night, all school day. It lasts me really long, and I really like that because I'm not always just on my toes, like being like, okay, when was the last time? Because it was just terrible when I did tampons, and it was like that because I just like was counting down the minutes. I was like, oh no, we're reaching the hour-and-a-half mark. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Yes, for me personally, the menstrual cup lasts so much longer than any other regular pads or tampons. All right, and the next pro is that there is no smell. Since it stays inside of your body, no odor really is released and until you take it out and dump it all out, which if you want a video on how to work a menstrual cup, how to clean it, how to do everything, I will gladly make one of those, but there's just not no smell because it doesn't get out because it's just sitting in your body. So if you are one that like is always worried about that period smell, that is a plus because you don't smell it. All right, and now we're going to move in to the cons. So the first con that I have is it takes some getting used to. That very first cycle is probably the most uncomfortable, and then after that, like, you can't even tell. It does take some getting used to. It might feel a little weird because it's a whole different contraption and thing that you're putting into your body, and it just is going to feel weird at first, and I definitely understand. However, if it is painful and it hurts, that's not good. It's either not the right brand, not a right good for you, not the right size, because there are sizes for a menstrual cup depending on your body and what you think your body will need. Or that's a user error, you might have put it in wrong or something is wrong. The second con is with tampons, usually they're pretty universal, they're all like made mostly the same. But with a menstrual cup, you might have to try different brands and different sizes to find the one that works for you. A lot of people just try one and just assume that the whole menstrual cup thing isn't going to work for them. But I had to actually try 2 brands first. Diva Cup first, didn't work out, and then I tried my lunette and that worked out perfectly for me. So it could cost a little more money. If you really want to avoid that, I would do a lot of research on what could fit your body type and needs and your lifestyle and all kinds of things like that. With the Diva Cup, I didn't do a lot of, I knew how to do menstrual cup, but I didn't know that there was a lot of other brands because people only talk about Diva Cup because it's one of the biggest ones. So I just bought that one, but it wasn't right for my body type, but lunette is. So it can be a con to try to figure out which brand and which size is going to fit you personally. The next con is to do with money, and while the menstrual cup is going to be more cost effective in the long term, it is more expensive in the short term. So while a tampon, if you buy just a box of tampons, that's going to be around maybe like $7 or something. To buy your first menstrual cup is going to be around $40 to $50. So a lot of people don't just have an extra $40 and $50 to just spend on that and have to resort to tampons, even though that's going to cost them more in the long run. But they can't just get some $50 because they may be living paycheck to paycheck, and there's just a lot of scenarios and ways that people can't just spend $50 on something right away. So a con can be that it can be a little expensive in the short term. Overall, I love the menstrual cup. For me personally, the pros completely outweigh the cons. I know that the menstrual cup isn't available and it doesn't fit everyone's lifestyle, and that is perfectly okay. Just do what you can with what you have. As always, with any sustainability practice ever, do what you can with what you have. And even if you want to be in sustainability and you say you have everything going towards you, but you can't get into menstrual cup, maybe you didn't even do tampons. There's also other options like reusable pads and things like that. There's different options for people, and I'll link some different options as well as the lunette brand down below. But for me personally, the menstrual cup works great and I've had a really good experience with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!